My name is Bevin Chathely. My stream number is S4092723. Today we'll be explaining question 2 of the assignment 3, proactive threat hunting using serial cutter and network packet capture file. So just before we start, the first screenshot was to show that both programs have been installed correctly and up to date. So JQ is installed and serial cutter is installed, both updated and ready to be used. First thing I did is create a special directory for the Suricata output file. This output file will be holding all the contents of the q2.pcap file that will be installed. Without this directory, I wasn't able to output the data from the pcap file into the output file. So following this directory being made, I then used the sudo command here to then output the contents of q2 pcap into the suricata.output file. In doing so, all 74,000 packets within the pcap file was also analyzed. From there, I was able to begin analysis, starting with the very first command that selected all alerts within that file, within the output file, selected all the alerts that was of event type, and also selected their signatures to then be outputted here on Suricata, on Kali Linux, sorted by alphabetical order and by numerical order based on how many duplicates of that alert was present. And from here, we can see that the top alert, ETJA3 hash possible quackbot, was repeated 70 times alongside a couple others. Now, there's a couple things to break down here. The main thing is that the biggest and the main alert that will be explained in this part of the question is that top command that was repeated 70 times. This not only does it indicate that this alert was found 70 times in the document, but it is also the biggest one there, as it's a possible quackbot and therefore is a well-known banking Trojan, a well-known malware or virus. And so on top of all the other alerts it also appears in the document 70 times and is the primary indicator of compromise present in this document. There are other alerts that are to be noted, including the banking Trojan by the name of Gozi that is found in the third line here, JA3 hash possible Gozi, another banking Trojan, and another two commands, the info PEXE, which is likely a binary downloaded through the HTTP protocol, and another one which is info EXE served attached HTTP, which is possible malware delivery due to the fact that it has an exe file that is served via the HTTP protocol. And so with all of this, we can create the hypothesis that the system is infected with malware through malicious payload delivery via the HTTP protocol. And now we can begin analysis. These three commands effectively paste or output the top command, the JA3 hash possible quackbot, onto a new document called Suricata output eve.json, into SSH scan alerts.json, which I should have renamed a little better. And from there, we can use these top two commands here, the source IP and destination IP commands, which will then output which IPs, source IPs in which the alert was generated from or originated from, and the destination IP to which these alerts or this quackbot traffic is directed at. And what we find is that it was the same source IP that directed the alerts and traffic at the same destination IP, source IP being 10.1.29.101 and the destination being 68.1.115.106. And from there, we also use this command here, which timestamps this entire process, all 70 alerts. And the main key takeaways is that we don't already know is the fact that all 70 alerts took place with seconds, sometimes even less than a second between each other, which indicates that it was not done by a human, but it was instead scripted or automated by something else. With an example being here, 1253 and 1253. I underlined it here. And these are two alerts that took place in less than a second of each other, proving that it's automated and supports the fact that the malware, the quackbot, is most likely communicating with a C2 server, and this automation is to do just that. And so there you go.